Hello, beautiful friends. Welcome to C5 Academy. My name is Ashley. It really is always a great pleasure to be here with you guys. Thank you so much for being part of this movement, for being on this channel. I really hope that you guys are having a fantastic day. Today we're going to explore ways in which you can pretty much guarantee yourself that you have made contact, so to speak. I know that a lot of us, whilst doing C5, especially at first, we often wonder if that was contact or if that was just a random coincidence. So first off, if you think it's a random coincidence, maybe you should think again about your definition on what coincidences are. For me, there are no coincidences. There's only what we would call synchronicity. And synchronicity is a very big part of making ET contact nowadays. So a very big way in which you can kind of make sure that you are indeed making ET contact is to understand that the way that contact is made at first especially is very subtle. And subtleness actually equals power. For example, if you're looking up and you've just done your meditation, or you've done your coherent thought sequencing, and you're looking up, you're enjoying your space, you're present in the moment, you're seeing the stars, and this little light catches your attention to the right and starts traveling. You would look at it and it would look like a satellite, but as soon as you would ask yourself, is this a satellite, it would either change in luminosity or give you a quick flash. That is very subtle, but that would potentially be way too coincidental to be just a coincidence or a satellite that's flaring up. That is most likely contact in that way. So understanding that subtle contact is powerful contact really can make you appreciate and understand when you are having contact a little bit deeper. And sometimes contact is not going to really be as subtle, it will be quite direct. I mean, sometimes I've had very much direct confirmations of certain questions I've had or certain thoughts I had been thinking that I needed confirmation, and got the confirmation pretty visually and pretty amazingly. I mean, for example, I was in my garden maybe a few years ago, and with my now wife, we were looking at the sky, and we had already had a few experiences and a few sightings. And in that moment, I just had the thought of this new video I wanted to make for the channel, and I just asked myself, is this something that maybe the subscribers or the audience is actually going to appreciate or gain value from? And immediately in the portion of the sky I was looking at, which you can imagine the sky is massive, and just in that moment, in that portion of the sky, I got the biggest flashbulb that really just startled me and, generated that feeling of warmth and love inside of my heart. And I kind of smiled and I was like, wow, this is incredible. Thank you so much. And as I said that, it flashed again. So these are more direct experiences that you can also experience and recognize as contact, because it is contact. I really don't think that there are any man-made objects that could replicate or do this in this way. And again, this experience I just shared with you is one out of a few dozens that have happened over the years of practicing and doing the C5 initiative. Another way to recognize that you're having contact is the feeling you get. So if you are really in a space of awe and you see this object and you have this connection, you feel this connection between you and the object, you can actually not even see the luminosity change, but feel the luminosity change. That, in my understanding, is 100% contact. It is a direct feeling relation to the object you're seeing, and a direct affirmation of the connection you are and have created for yourself. So the feeling part of making ET contact is also a very big one. To me, actually, even sometimes a bit more than a visual confirmation, because as you'll see later in this video, we'll discuss how to really enhance your contact experiences when you're having the visual experience. It has everything to do with feeling. So to me, feeling really is a very powerful technique and a powerful medium of understanding when you are having contact. As mentioned in the beginning of this video, another big aspect of a confirmation of when you're making contact is the synchronicity that is occurring in that moment, before or slightly after. As you know, if you don't really know what synchronicity is, I highly recommend you do some research on it. I'm pretty sure that most people viewing this video know what synchronicity is and have experienced it in their lives. This is something that actually we all experience daily. It's either the fact that we are aware of it or not. So when you're doing C5, you generally tend to be in a more of a present state of mind and can recognize the synchronicities that come up, so that you can really appreciate the symbols that are being communicated to you in that moment. So pay attention to your synchronicity. It will also work with the other aspects of this video in terms of the subtleness of contact or direct confirmation. Synchronicity is a very big part, personally, of my contact experiences when I make contact. Some of the times when we make contact, we generally tend to get messages or downloads, as we would call them, something that you would receive or hear in your mind and then ask yourself, whoa, that was either quite deep or pretty detailed or something I generally in my normal waking life would not have been able to even make up. That's when you know you've received a download or a message from the people or the individuals and the beings that you're currently making contact with. So this is something to also pay attention, and it always, for me, from my experience, follows high synchronicity or high strangeness, as we call it. So pay attention to the downloads you receive. This is also very much confirmation of contact. And a slight tip that you could use to enhance your contact experiences is to really be present, to really appreciate where you are in that moment, especially when you're seeing an object and you've confirmed on your satellite app that it is not a satellite, and you can clearly see that it is changing luminosity. You are 100% guaranteed in your heart that this is contact. What you can do to enhance that experience, or what has worked for me, I'm not saying it would work for you, but what has worked for me is really to become even more still, to become even more present, to really appreciate and savor this beautiful experience, this very unique moment, which generally lasts just a few minutes, and to really connect with the light or the object that you know you are currently seeing. A lot of the times at first when I started, I was like, I would see the object and I was like, wow, this is really incredible. What can I do? Can you come closer? I was really doubting what I should be doing or how I should be feeling in that moment, because I recognize, my mind and my ego recognize, oh, you made ET contact. Maybe it would be great if they come closer. I wonder if they know what you're thinking. There's many thoughts that your ego and your mind will come up with. And something that I found has worked for me is to really calm down, to relax back into the moment, to come back to the present moment, and to appreciate not only what you're seeing and experiencing, but to really send as much love as you can to those beings and to yourself for this incredible and really unique experience on this planet. I mean, this has never ever been done before in this way. Well, from our experience in the modern world, it's not even something that is openly recognized by mainstream society just yet. It will be for sure, but at the moment really is something that's quite unique. So really appreciate this experience. Take your time to really be present and enjoy every single moment of it. I really hope that this video has brought some value to your day-to-day, and thank you so much for being here. I hope that your future and present contact experiences are fun and enlightening. I really wish you guys the most amazing weekend ahead, and I look forward to interacting with you guys again very soon. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to add your comments in the comment section below, or subscribe if you have not already. Just want to give a big thank you to all of our current subscribers and the recent subscribers that have joined us on this channel. I really am so appreciative to have all of you guys here, and I look forward to our future connections. I'm sending you all so much love.